It's Sunday morning and it looks like the weather's changed on me. It's going to be raining, so they say around 1 o'clock. So I'm going to have to cut my day short. I have one more of these 6x6. Well, I've changed it. I went and got a 6x6x8 since that's all I needed to fill the end. And once I get that in place, I can start cutting my subfloor boards. I'm not in the best of moods because I got a camping percolator. I've never used one before, and I thought I was messing it up. So an hour later I still don't have my coffee, but I think I figured it out. I mean, all you do is boil water, right, and let it percolate. Maybe I just didn't have enough water in it. I'll try not to take it out on you. Well, my water's boiling in the percolator, but it's not percolating. I must be the only person in the world that doesn't know how to use a coffee pot. I knew this was going to happen. I saw that I put my plate crooked, and it wasn't going to fit. There's no doubt about it. I really messed that up. I need some coffee. Oh, it's percolating. I'm having coffee. I'm done. Huh. What I'm gonna have to do is just bend this plate out. Do the same on this side. See if I can get it in there. Well, I can get it in there, but it's not going to be pretty. Ten feet. I mean, still plenty of room to get the frame on. That's not an issue. And it being bent like this is also not an issue because the frame's still going to sit on it. The frame itself that I'm putting on here is going to be square. So I just really have to nail this down, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, all right, that's good. Woohoo! Oh, that straightened right up. Okay, I'll put some shims underneath there. There's a gap. All right, this is gonna work. All right, hopefully this nail is gonna bring it together. There we go. Well, let me tell you, I'm tempted just to leave it alone. I wish I could. This is not going to be pretty. See if I can get this to... Let's get up there. Look at that. This isn't the first time that I tried to go in the direction of being more self-sustained. I tried it in the past with an Earthship, and I was able to get the property, but it was in a location that was, although it was beautiful, it was terrible as far as the insects. There was a huge amount of black flies where you couldn't be on the property more than a couple minutes and you're running. And then when the black flies went away, a huge amount of mosquitoes came out. The terrain, I couldn't dig 4 inches without hitting rocks. It was pretty much on bedrock. And it really wasn't what I wanted it to be. But at the time I was younger, and I still had my kids, but I was going to give it a try. And it's as if the universe was trying to warn me, no, not the time. However, while I was there, I got to meet Pat and her husband. They were the original people that started an Earthship in Canada. And they lived what really would be down the street from me. And I got to be friends with them. They actually went into business at the time of designing Earthships. The reason why is because they saw that I was having such a hard time and I couldn't get the right plans. And when I tried to go with Michael's in, I think, New Mexico, I thought I was buying a blueprint for the amount of money that I paid for it. And it wound up being just a colored drawing. And it was worthless to me. I had no idea what I was looking at and why. And that was a huge waste of money. You know, I was able to take these plans to the city, and they said, yeah, this looks nice. Where are the blueprints? And I paid a lot of money for these drawings, and they were drawings. I probably just asked for the wrong thing, but I moved on. Pat actually got someone together to give me those drawings. However, I decided to go into another direction. Well, actually, I decided to quit. Quit going after an Earthship. It was very, very labor intensive. Very. And one gentleman told me while I was there, he's like, why don't you just build a cabin? You don't need any special permits. You don't need anything in the area that I was. Just build a cabin. I'm like, no, it's not really self-sustaining. Not like an Earthship that gives heat back and so forth. It didn't occur to me at the time that I could easily plant a woodlot and keep it small, and a cabin would easily be self-containing. You would just keep renewing the woodlot. If you make it small and well insulated, a couple big windows, I mean, heating would be almost nothing. So I changed direction. I started seeing this tiny house movement. I knew it wasn't possible, you know, with the kids living with us. To me, I mean, of course it is possible. There's a family of 4 that's doing it. But not for the lifestyle that they're used to. My wife can't adjust to anything. However, she wouldn't want to live in a tiny, tiny house like that. Now, I'm building a 12 by 24, which is small. However, it's a lofted. So the bedroom's upstairs. And the kitchen, I'll show you the diagram, but the kitchen is a wraparound on the side and then connects to the bathroom. So the living area, like the living room, is almost the length of the house. Let's say roughly 18 by 12. That's a big living room. It's huge. As long as I make it beautiful, I want to make it not artsy, not like a craft store. I want to make it more of a pioneer kind of look, but not too far. I'm not going to have deer head hanging on the wall. That's a little disturbing to me anyway. So I figured this would be an easier way to go. And the cost of a tiny house is, of course, you can go out and you can find recycled material, you know, as far as the interior furniture and things like that. Yes, I'm going to do that. However, the building material itself, no, I'm not going to. I want store-bought pressure treated wood. I want to place an order and it be here in the morning and move forward. I'm not going to go over the expenses and how someone can afford it, only because it really depends on how you want to go about it. And you can easily download SketchUp, probably even download the plans to a tiny house. Maybe I'll even upload mine, or make it available to you so you can see what I've done. You know, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. So with a little bit of research, I realized that I can have everything that I wanted in an Earthship in a tiny house. The only thing that I can have that an Earthship has is more or less solar mass, to be able to store the heat during the day and release it at night. Okay, that I can't get. However, now I have a woodlot, or I'll have a woodlot that will give me that heat at no cost. And that's really what it comes down to, no cost. All right, let's get to work.